Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into the dramatic and emotionally charged world of General Hospital, specifically focusing on the recent storyline developments in Port Charles. If you've been keeping up with the series, you know that the lives of Michael, Willow, Drew, and Nina are a tangled web of secrets, betrayals, and unexpected reconciliations. Let's unpack the latest plot twists, explore the consequences of these revelations, and speculate on where this rollercoaster of a story might head next. Buckle up, because things are about to get even more intense in Port Charles. Michael's return and his dream of family. Michael Corinthos has made his long-awaited return to Port Charles, and his primary goal is crystal clear: to rebuild a life with his children, Wiley and Amelia. After everything he's been through, including a harrowing recovery from severe burns sustained in a past incident, Michael is determined to avoid a messy custody battle. His heart is set on creating a stable, loving environment for his kids without the drama of legal disputes. However, as we all know, Port Charles is never a place for smooth sailing, and Michael's dreams are soon complicated by the web of deceit surrounding those closest to him. Willow's shocking discoveries. Meanwhile, Willow Tate is on the verge of uncovering some devastating truths that will shatter her world. First, she learns that Drew Kane, her current partner, has been hiding a dark secret. While Michael was recovering from his burns in Germany, Drew allegedly bribed a nurse to keep Willow from seeing him. This manipulation prevented Willow from being by Michael's side during one of the most vulnerable times in his life, a betrayal that cuts deep. But the revelations don't stop there. Willow also discovers that Drew and her own mother, Nina Reeves, had a secret romantic relationship, engaging in multiple intimate encounters long before Willow and Drew became a couple. These bombshells leave Willow reeling. The two people she trusted most have deceived her in the worst possible way. Unable to cope with the double betrayal, Willow makes the heart-wrenching decision to end her relationship with Drew. Despite Drew's desperate pleas for forgiveness, Willow stands firm. She also refuses to reconcile with Nina, cutting ties with her mother in an act of self-preservation. The pain of being lied to by both her partner and her parent is too much to bear, and Willow is left to navigate this emotional storm on her own, or so she thinks. An unexpected reunion with Michael. In the midst of her heartbreak, Willow turns to the one person who might understand her pain, Michael. Despite their ongoing custody battle over Wiley, there's a history between them that can't be ignored. Michael and Willow once shared a deep bond, a happy life filled with love and mutual understanding. In a moment of vulnerability, as they confide in each other about their respective struggles, something unexpected happens. A spark reignites between them, leading to a passionate kiss. That moment of connection quickly escalates, and the two find themselves in bed together, overwhelmed by the realization that their feelings for each other never truly faded. This intimate encounter becomes a turning point for both Michael and Willow. They come to the undeniable conclusion that they still love each other deeply. With this renewed sense of purpose, they decide to reconcile and commit to raising Wiley and Amelia together as a united family. For the first time in a long while, it seems like there might be a glimmer of hope for happiness in their lives. But, as General Hospital fans know all too well, happiness in Port Charles is often short-lived. Drew's fury and plans for revenge. While Michael and Willow are rediscovering their love, Drew is left seething with anger. When he hears the news of their reunion, it's like a punch to the gut. Drew feels betrayed, having sacrificed so much in his pursuit of a life with Willow. He had manipulated situations, made deals behind closed doors, and even compromised his own morals to win her heart, only to lose her to Michael once again. The sting of rejection and the blow to his ego are more than Drew can handle. Instead of stepping back and accepting Willow's decision, Drew's heartbreak festers into something darker, a burning desire for revenge. Drew is not the type of man to let go easily, and he begins to plot against both Willow and Michael. His mind races with ideas on how to make them pay for what he perceives as a personal betrayal. Will he target their newfound happiness by stirring up trouble in their custody arrangement? Could he dig up dirt from Michael's past to sabotage his reputation? Or might he even turn to dangerous allies in Port Charles to enact a more sinister form of retribution? Whatever Drew's plan entails, one thing is certain. He will not rest until he feels justice has been served, no matter who gets hurt in the process. The ripple effects in Port Charles. As Drew's vengeful intentions take shape, the consequences of these personal conflicts begin to spill over into the broader Port Charles community. Nina, already devastated by Willow's refusal to forgive her, finds herself caught in the crossfire. She's desperate to rebuild her relationship with her daughter but knows that Drew's actions could make things even worse. Nina might try to warn Willow about Drew's increasingly erratic behavior, but will Willow even listen to her estranged mother? Or will Nina's attempts to make amends only drive a deeper wedge between them? Meanwhile, other familiar faces in Port Charles are likely to get pulled into this messy drama. Carly Spencer, Michael's mother, has always been fiercely protective of her son and grandchildren. When she learns about Drew's manipulations and his plans for revenge, she's bound to step in with her signature tenacity. Carly might confront Drew head-on, using her influence and resources to protect Michael and Willow. However, her involvement could escalate tensions further, especially since Drew and Carly have their own complicated history tied to the Corinthos family dynamics. On the other side of the spectrum, Jason Morgan, Michael's uncle and a perennial protector of those he cares about, could also become entangled in this conflict. Jason has a knack for sensing trouble, and if Drew's plans take a dangerous turn, Jason might feel compelled to intervene. His presence could either defuse the situation or add fuel to the fire, depending on how Drew reacts to being challenged by someone as formidable as Jason. Speculating on Drew's revenge plot. Let's take a moment to speculate on what Drew's revenge might look like. Given his past actions, it's clear that Drew isn't above playing dirty. One possibility is that he could target Michael's business dealings at ELQ, the Quartermain family company where Michael holds significant power. Drew, who also has ties to the Quartermains, might attempt to undermine Michael's position by spreading false rumors or orchestrating a corporate takeover with the help of an outside investor. Such a move would not only hurt Michael financially but also damage his reputation in the eyes of his family and the Port Charles elite. Another angle Drew might pursue is to manipulate the custody situation surrounding Wiley and Amelia. Drew could dig into Willow's past, perhaps uncovering secrets about her time with the Dawn of Day cult or other vulnerabilities, and use them to paint her as an unfit mother in a legal battle. Alternatively, he might try to turn Wiley against Michael and Willow by planting seeds of doubt or confusion in the young boy's mind, a cruel but effective way to hurt the couple emotionally. Next, we will dive into the dramatic whirlwind surrounding Rick Lansing's latest move to summon Sasha Gilmore to court in the heated custody battle over Willow Corinthos. This unexpected twist has sent shockwaves through Port Charles, leaving fans on the edge of their seats as secrets threaten to unravel. What could Sasha's testimony reveal, and why is Rick so relentless in pursuing this angle? Let's unpack the layers of deception, heartbreak, and hidden truths in this explosive storyline, exploring every angle with fresh perspectives and intriguing new elements to deepen the intrigue. Rick Lansing's unyielding quest to support Willow Corinthos. Rick Lansing has never been one to back down from a fight, and his determination to stand by Willow Corinthos in her custody battle is proving to be a game-changer. When whispers of an investigation into Michael Corinthos' personal life surfaced, Rick's legal instincts kicked into high gear. Sources close to the case reveal that Rick may have uncovered damning information about Michael's habit of keeping secrets from Willow. For instance, Willow remained in the dark about Michael's covert dealings with Dex Heller not once, but twice, during times when their lives were entangled in dangerous messes. Michael's conflicting loyalties have always been a point of contention. At one time, he idolized his father, Sonny Corinthos, only to later plot against him in a desperate bid to protect his family. Though Michael eventually buried the hatchet, Willow was never privy to the full extent of his schemes. Adding a new layer to this saga, rumors suggest that Rick has hired a private investigator to dig deeper into Michael's past decisions, unearthing potential evidence of reckless behavior that could paint him as an unstable guardian. Moreover, Dex's tragic fate, having joined the police force to shield himself from Sonny's wrath, only to fall victim to one of Sonny's enemies, has left lingering questions about Michael's involvement in such a volatile world. Could Rick use this to argue that Michael's environment is unsafe for a child? This custody battle isn't just about legal rights, it's becoming a moral crusade for Rick, who seems hell-bent on proving that Willow deserves full control, even if it means dragging every skeleton out of Michael's closet. Michael Corinthos' past betrayal with Sasha Gilmore. The tangled web of relationships in Port Charles grows even messier when we revisit Michael Corinthos' history with Sasha Gilmore. Long before Willow's fleeting moment of weakness with Drew Kane, Michael crossed a line that could shatter his credibility in this custody hearing. Years ago, when emotions ran high and liquor flowed freely, Michael and Sasha found themselves in a vulnerable state, seeking solace in each other's arms for a single, impulsive night. Though their romantic history had long been buried, this one-night stand was never meant to resurface until now. The stakes couldn't be higher if Rick has stumbled upon the explosive possibility that Sasha's child might actually be Michael's, a bombshell that would obliterate any chance Michael has in this custody fight. To add fuel to the fire, new whispers in town suggest that the circumstances of that fateful night were more complex than mere drunken regret. Some speculate that Sasha and Michael shared a deeper emotional bond during a time of personal crises. Sasha grappling with her own demons and Michael reeling from family turmoil. If Rick unveils this narrative in court, it could portray Michael as someone prone to reckless decisions under pressure. Even more shocking is the fact that Michael remains unaware of the custody battle spiraling around him. Behind the scenes, Carly Spencer is allegedly pulling strings, orchestrating moves to protect her family's interests without Michael's knowledge. This hidden manipulation adds another layer of betrayal to an already fractured situation, raising the question, how far will Carly go to shield her son, and at what cost to everyone else? Rick Lansing's relentless pursuit of the truth. Rick Lansing's vendetta against Sonny Corinthos is no secret, and his disdain extends to Sonny's children, including Michael. Fans have long known that Rick would stop at nothing to undermine Sonny's legacy, even if it means targeting the next generation. Dragging Sasha Gilmore into this legal maelstrom isn't just a calculated move to weaken Michael's position, it's a personal strike against the Corinthos family. By summoning Sasha to testify, Rick risks exposing not only her past with Michael but also entangling other key players like Jason Morgan, who has a protective stake in Sasha's life. This latest development promises a thrilling clash of loyalties, as Jason's involvement could escalate the courtroom drama to new heights. Delving deeper, there's speculation that Rick might already possess critical information about Sasha's child, potentially using it as leverage to force her hand on the stand. Meanwhile, Jason, ever the loyal guardian, is reportedly consulting with legal powerhouse Diane Miller to shield Sasha from the fallout. Diane, privy to many of Port Charles's darkest secrets, faces a daunting challenge. Crafting a defense that prevents Sasha from testifying without revealing the very truths they're trying to protect. Could Diane argue that Sasha's testimony is irrelevant or invoke some obscure legal loophole to keep her off the stand? Sources hint that Diane is digging into Rick's own questionable ethics, hoping to turn the tables by casting doubt on his motives. Adding an imaginative twist, let's consider the possibility that Sasha herself has been preparing for this moment, confiding in a trusted ally outside of Jason's circle, perhaps a long-lost friend from her modeling days who now works as a legal consultant. This ally might provide Sasha with insider knowledge on how to navigate the courtroom minefield, coaching her on how to answer without incriminating herself or others. However, the tension remains palpable. Once Sasha takes the stand, will she crumble under pressure and accidentally expose the secret of her child's paternity? Or does Rick already hold all the cards, waiting for the perfect moment to play them? The unraveling secrets and unpredictable future. As the custody hearing looms, the residents of Port Charles brace for a storm of revelations that could alter relationships forever. Sasha Gilmore, caught between her past mistakes and her desperate need to protect her child, faces an impossible choice. If she testifies, the truth about her night with Michael and potentially the identity of her baby's father could come crashing into the open, leaving her life in ruins. Yet, refusing to comply with the summons might paint her as uncooperative, further complicating her position. Meanwhile, Jason Morgan's fierce determination to stand by Sasha adds a protective shield, but even his influence may not be enough to stop Rick's relentless pursuit of victory. In a new speculative angle, imagine if Willow herself begins to question Rick's aggressive tactics, wondering if his obsession with crushing Michael is clouding his judgment. Could Willow, torn between gratitude for Rick's support and her lingering affection for Michael, intervene to broker a compromise before the hearing spirals out of control? Perhaps she seeks counsel from an unexpected source, maybe Nina Reeves, who has her own complicated history with both Willow and Michael, hoping to find a way to protect her child without destroying the man she once loved. This internal conflict could add a poignant emotional depth to Willow's journey, highlighting her struggle between justice and compassion. Conclusion: a battle far from over. The courtroom showdown over Willow Corinthos' custody is shaping up to be one of the most gripping arcs in General Hospital history, with Rick Lansing's summon of Sasha Gilmore poised to ignite a firestorm of secrets. As past betrayals resurface and hidden truths threaten to shatter lives, the residents of Port Charles must navigate a treacherous landscape of loyalty, deception, and heartbreak. Will Sasha manage to guard her child's paternity, or is Rick already one step ahead, ready to expose everything? Can Jason and Diane outmaneuver Rick's cunning strategies, or will Michael's world come crashing down without him even knowing the fight has begun? Stay tuned to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel for the latest updates on this electrifying storyline, as every twist promises to keep us glued to our screens. What do you think will happen next? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going.